I'm doing your show, aren't I?
Not now, but later, tomorrow, on BBC Two. Jules Holland?
Awesome.
Thank you, correct.
Tell me, Grayson, do you think association football will improve with the introduction of the new professional player?
This morning at the age of 64. She'd been suffering from cancer.
More from Gargi after the 9 o'clock news. We'll all be back on Monday. Do have a good weekend. Goodbye.
Get the most out of life in Britain's biggest city. Tune to Greater London Radio on 94.9 FM.
It's the BBC station with the fastest news and the clearest analysis.
An unrivaled travel service direct from Scotland Yard using 200 cameras trained on the trouble spots.
Scoring with the big sporting events.
The cream of the capital's arts and entertainments through the eyes of the sharpest critics.
Challenging interviews, colourful characters.
First for news for London.
The BBC station for the capital, GLR on 94.9 FM.
The forecast for Saturday night on BBC One.
Bring me sunshine.
On Saturday night, I'll be testing the popular music knowledge of 6 chart-topping star guests in the first of a new series of pop quiz.
At 5 to 6, the Paul Daniels Magic Show. And a good catch for Superman at 6:45. With Domestic Bliss at 7:30.
You'll have sciatica in the morning.
What? I'll have shitty week like everybody else.
And at 8:10, Otter Tales in That's Life.
This boy's a fool.
Ellen Barkin and Al Pacino in Sea of Love at 9:10.
Tell me you did it. Tell me why you did it.
And in Concert and Conversation, Mariah Carey at 11:05. A warm outlook for Saturday night on BBC One.
Details of forthcoming BBC programmes, together with background information, features and listings, can be found in the new issue of Radio Times. In half an hour here on BBC One, Tomorrow's World. First, bringing back memories good and bad, Danny Baker.
This is Bygones. Rather clever of you to dial us up, because we are a breathtaking spin through the cul-de-sacs of capitalism. Our programme is based on the staggering notion that not everything can be a success. For every upstairs downstairs, there's an El Dorado. For every Evita, a Bernadette. And for every Jane Fonda workout, there's one of these. Jane Fonda workout, or the Slim Wheel. Run for your lives, it's the Slim Wheel. It was the 1970s forerunner of today's Nautilus gym equipment. This simple-looking device could turn you from this into this. It required only 23 hours a day practice, followed by 8 weeks of intensive hernia surgery. Remember, the Slim Wheel is not available in any shops, only Chilean prisons. To help us recall this and dozens of similar bygones, we have assembled 2 teams exclusively from people adopted at birth by circus freaks. They are, to my right, the good Captain Sensible. Yes, indeed. The even better Melvyn Hayes. And their dreadlocks chief, Mr. Rick Wakeman. And on my left, would you believe it's Lynsey DePaul? Right over at the end there. You can't hear his answers, but that's Phil Pope. And the Prime Minister of Mirth, he plays to win, the legendary baggy pants comic that is Craig Ferguson. First round sees our researchers badgering and bearding innocent passers-by as they give their recollections of two specific items that once dominated British social life. Their answers are their clues. Guess early and they get 2 points. In the later clips, they only get 1 point. Rick's team's first. What are these people talking about?
We used to exchange it for pictures of football stars.
Well, it came in a strange variety of colours, yellow, green and so on.
It was a bit of a novelty, you know, and people would be begging for a bit. In fact, we gave our dogs some.
It's a Rick Wakeman album. That's what
No,
I think
no,
it is.
Rick.
Journey to the centre of the air.
Probably, yeah.
When you find out what it is, you're not so far away, actually.
Well,
We're having a conflab.
Well,
we're dealing in rare things tonight, but not that rare.
Well, we think, incidentally, those Slim Wheels, they made a deluxe one of those Slim Wheels, because I had one. The deluxe one.
They made a deluxe, but this is surely deluxe already, isn't it?
No, mine was called an Austin Allegro. Right. We've had a little conflab, and we feel it's only fair as against, I say this...
There are more clips if you want to use them.
Well, yes. We're going to use them because it's, I mean, the expense you've gone to make them, we might as well watch them.
OK. Socialist to the heart. That's why he lives on the Isle of Man, right? Let's have a look at the rest of the clips.
It used to come in lots of different flavours and used to go crackly, crackly.
And sometimes you'd go like that.
I think it was banned, in fact.
Yes. We used to stand there with our tongues out, watching it fizz.
Well, so that should surely... Come, Cap, you must know that.
It's the dust, moon dust.
Moon dust.
You
Go
put it in your
further
back.
out. Go further out.
Everywhere.
Go further out than moon dust.
Well,
Captain?
Well, stardust.
It was good, I liked it, moon dust, it was nice.
It's further out than moon dust.
Fly me to the moon.
Mars dust.
Not Mars dust.
It was, yes, it was called, it was like a
It's
dust.
called space dust.
Oh, that was near enough.
There it is.
Close.
No, it's not near enough. You went to
Yes.
if you went to a shop in '74 and asked for moon dust, they laughed in your face. Once you went to a shop these days and asked for a Rick Wakeman album, no. It's unfair, Rick. I'm sorry.
No, it's fair. They give
He
you
can
more
laugh.
dust.
He's worth about £20 billion. There you go. It was space dust. That's what I was looking for.
Half a point, though.
No, you can just think it's half a
Could
point.
we have half
a dust, right?
Yeah, could we have half a point as a veto, that if it's a real draw, we could have the half a point at the end?
At the end, I may bring that half a point back. Craig, you see what a shambles I made of that?
Yes.
Here's your clues.
See, it took about 2 or 3 of these to get things rolling properly.
Very popular with younger people. So it was a very cheap way of buying them.
When I was about 17, it was just about what we could afford to make things go with a bit of a zip.
It was a beautiful experience.
Craig, careful now. It made it sound like it made you go with a zip. It was all you could afford in those days. An experience for youngsters.
Can we see some more clues? Can
No, your points get halved.
I'm just trying to look down Lynsey's top, actually. It might be Lynsey...
When she says, should we give more clues? No, let's
No.
hang on a while.
I think I know the answer to this one.
Don't need any clues, I can...
Would you like to see the rest of the clues?
Yes, please.
OK, just for 1 point now, this is what they're talking about.
In the 70s, yes, I remember taking them to parties.
You had to have some sort of device for getting into them. But even when you did, it tasted horrible.
It's something that was bought warm, drunk warm, and thrown away warm.
There you go, that's the rest of the clues. I'll recap for you if you like. Beautiful, affordable experience for youngsters. 2 or 3 makes parties go with a zip. You had trouble getting into them, and they were warm and tasted pretty horrible.
Oh, I know this. I know this.
What is it?
Blue Nun.
What?
Blue Nun.
What do you say?
Blue Nun.
Blue Nun what? It's called Bygones, by the way. You can still buy that, what you said.
All right, then.
No, you can't have another go. Let's find out what they were talking about.
It's a party 7.
Party 7. This is only a party 4. We couldn't find the actual 10. And
right.
Phil, you've been very good. You remember them, yeah?
Yeah, I knew they were a bit bigger, weren't they?
But Rick doesn't remember these, but that's cause and effect, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Well, look at that. It's the memory game, and this score doesn't need much remembering. It's this side 0, but this side nothing. 2. How can you tell when your fame is waning? Like former Batman, Adam, they didn't even ask me, West. Well, waxwork museums are notoriously unsentimental about who the public wants to see and who they do not. Today's Luke Goss is tomorrow's free crowns at Burger King. So the heads of former sensations are retired to the back rooms where they gather dust, unloved and unrecognised. Well, we have 2 such bonces before us this evening, courtesy of the Great Yarmouth House of Wax. The Great Yarmouth House of Wax have helped us out. They've sent these along from their archive and said, see if people remember who these were. And remember, teams, you're dealing with waxworks here. These are not real heads of celebrities. They don't even do that on the West Coast. Here we go. Who's that? Who's that? You have 3 questions you can ask me. At the end of it, I want your answer. It is, actually. This is one of the easier ones. Although it's not who you immediately think it is.
Oh, isn't it? Oh, it's not who I immediately think it is.
How do I know you immediately think it is?
Well,
I think you could be right. We could be
yeah,
right.
we think.
It's a man from Atlantis.
Yeah,
No.
okay. We'll do
Is he from Atlantis? No.
Is he a
question gone.
sportsman?
Yeah.
Hey!
Okay. My usual weekly question, does he play table?
Wait a minute, how many questions are there? That's about 4 questions.
No, you've got to let Rick say, does he play table tennis? Because then you have to say, is it Valerie Singleton? That's the way we've worked out his own play.
Is it Valerie Singleton?
That's a... Have you been chewing that?
Oi, get out of it.
This still punk rocker passed his 40th birthday the other day.
I'm still partying, guys.
I want an answer. Who's this?
We're going to go for George Best.
You say George Best?
Yeah.
That's what I said, you see.
Or Fatima Whitbread.
No. When Fatima was in the building, you were awfully polite to her, as I understand.
I love them.
Did they say it's another sport?
Who is it? It is George Best.
That is very like George Best,
I know,
which is unusual for the Great Yarmouth House of Wax.
Oh, do you know? Our dear friends who loan us these heads, sometimes, you know, people have changed in our remembrance, that's all. Favourite line about George Best? Have you got a favourite line about George Best?
No, what?
He said about Ryan Giggs. They say he's the new George Best. Ryan Giggs is not fit to lace George Best's drinks. OK. Who's that? Let me tell you, so I think this is the toughest one we've ever had.
But then, can I ask you why we've got it?
Some days you eat the bear, some days the bear eats you. There you go. Who is that? You may ask
is it Valerie Singleton?
Big round of applause for that catchphrase.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much. Good night. 3 questions pertaining to this head. What do you say?
Was it human?
Do you know me? I'll take that as a question.
No.
That's not a question. That really wasn't a question.
All right, off you go.
Now, they have to be real questions.
They're 2-0 up, bear that in mind.
Royal family?
Yeah. No royal family, no. One of these is going to be Prince Charles one of these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cricketer?
Not a cricketer. It's 2 questions gone.
Try.
No, I wouldn't know.
No, try anyway.
Broadcaster?
No, not a broadcaster as such. I know what avenue you're going down. It's not. There's your 3 things. You've got to tell me. If you don't know, you don't know. But who is this?
Shall we just get into a huddle? Phil, you do a huddle there and I'll
Take
huddle over here. I think,
You haven't got a clue. Look, the profile sometimes helps you. Who's got a big punch chin and a nose like that?
It is...
You need your old space dust to make sense of this, I must say.
Right.
We're dealing with the Great Yarmouth House of Wax here.
Right. Well, in that case, I'd like to suggest that it is, in fact, Alex Ferguson.
Alex Ferguson, Manchester United's erstwhile boss. Show the people. It's Wilfred Bramble! Oh, for heaven's sake! I mean, come on! I'll give you 1 point on this side if you can tell me what is this man's claim to rock and roll fame.
He was in Hard Day's Night.
He was in A Hard Day's Night. He played Paul's grandfather. Give him a point. That's absolutely right. The scores at this stage, Rick is in front. 2 this side, just 1 on that side. As Neville Chamberlain might have said, I have in my hand a piece of junk. It is one of the few stylophones left in the wild. The stylophone, perhaps history's most misnamed musical instrument. It was launched in the 60s as an affordable way to make music. provided your idea of music was somebody sawing a police siren in half. Their other boast was that any idiot could play one. Now then, teams, let's see if we can lay that one to rest. I have issued each team with one of these and a carefully prepared set of instructions. If they follow these instructions, they should be playing a famous Bygones pop hit. Their task is to name that tune. To whip up a little period atmosphere, we'll also show you the Legs & Co. original dancing sequence from Top of the Pops to this mystery tune. Rick, who's playing for your side? Who's got the axe?
Melvyn.
Melvyn. Yeah. OK, Melvyn, off with a tune. Let's see. Legs & Co. 3, 2, 1, go.
I can't see. So yeah. I did that last bit again.
Yeah.
I did the last bit again because it's a good bit.
He's free-forming. Run for your lives. It's Charlie Parker. It's a bit gothic, isn't it? Well, I think you can only take so much entertainment, can't you? Time's up, team, and I can see from the furiously scribbled notes on those blank sheets of paper, you have an idea. What would you say that is, given the... Play that one bit you were proud of.
Yeah,
just play that one bit you were proud of.
The bit I was proud of. This is a go. Where? Are you ready?
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Anyone?
All right, we know that. We know that.
No, we don't throw them across the hall, sadly.
We'll go...
Mall of Kintyre.
No.
Yeah, that's it. No, for Mall of Kintyre. No. Yes.
Right.
3, 2, 1. Rick, you're the captain. Give me an answer.
OK, we're going to go for... You think it's summer holiday? We'll go with Muller Summer Holiday.
Muller Summer Holiday. Let's show them exactly what he was playing. Chanson d'amour. Cocky on this side, because you knew that, didn't you?
Yeah.
OK, let's see if you know your own tune. OK, it's Phil Pope as Charlie Coons.
I don't think I'm going to
as
be able
we
to
reel
follow
in the
Melvyn.
ears to your own selection. Here's your go. 3, 2, 1. Off you go.
It's a really hard one, this, isn't it, Philip?
Oh, I love it.
In a lower register, that actually sounds... Oh, it's up. Join in, everybody. I think we're going
It's definitely not chanson d'amour.
Actually, no, wait a minute. I may get this. I know this one. I know this.
I believe you can know this.
Just Craig, you look confident.
Go on then,
It
Craig.
was a jungle rock.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, you're going to hate yourselves.
Oh,
Let's
no.
see what that was.
It was a jungle.
That's it.
Thank you very much indeed.
You see, as we spend the years together on Bygones, you'll get to see these Top of the Pops clips. Ignore the music. Flick Colby, who did those, is a very literal interpreter, wouldn't she? Yeah. Jungle rock, we'll put it in a jungle.
Put it in a jungle, yeah.
Chanson d'amour, let's have some French people. And so, yeah, if you look for a jungle, you're halfway there.
It was when they did Tiger Feet, I liked.
But they, tell me, what did they do for Tiger Feet?
They had tigery feet.
There's your flick
Good,
right
that,
there.
isn't it?
And what that does to the score is say evens. We're 3 on this side, we're 3 on that side.
Oh, yeah.
Right back in it. At moments like this, of course, on ITV, they have to break the tension with a dumb commercial break. They're nuts over there, I'm telling you. Stay with the BBC. You can trust the...
These are the slacks they styled for Bond. Styled for Bond by Burton. Action slacks. Styled for Bond by Burton. The James Bond 007 slacks, only at Burton.
Rick's Team 3, Craig's Team 3. Our next round takes familiar brand names way back to their roots, their births. Days when they were new and unknown, and in all probability could have gone the same way as Heinz's cream of kidney soup.
Yum, yum.
And it never caught on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that and Turkish prison gristle. 2 flavours at the So getting your product's name right was the crucial factor standing between international success and the bargain bin bygone counter. So why did the following products plump for the names that they had? They're all successes now, but you've got to tell me why they're called, why they are. Rick's team first. It's PK, the chewing gum. Was it called that because, well, the chairman of Wrigley's was Peter Kuntzen? B, it stands for peppermint knuckle. Or C, after coming up with the right slogan, packed tight, kept right.
What do you think, guys? Well, I've got a red biro and a red pad and it doesn't show up.
Okay. Secret Service work like
Well,
that.
obviously, if it's red on red, you'll be able to read it then, Captain. So what do you think?
Read it. A, B or C? Simple choice.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to go. We reckon A. Peter.
Okay. The actual answer is C.
Oh,
it was supposed to stand for packed tight, kept right. That's why
off.
KP's PK. KP's the peanuts, isn't it? PK is called PK. You can go in front now, Craig's team, simply by knowing this. Here's your product. Brook Bond, named after the founders, Arthur Brooke, William Bond. Or, the tea was first issued in the States and came with a free share bond. Or, I just thought it sounded good.
Bond.
Arthur Brooke, William Bond, issued in the States, or just somebody said that sounds right.
I think Mr. Brooke and Mr. Bond.
Mr. Bond.
Mr. Brooke and Mr.
So you've gone for A. The founders were Arthur Brooke
Mr. Bond.
and William Bond. In fact, they called it that because it just sounded good. Right through all of this. No points scored on that round. I will give a point. Can you tell me any sweet that is named after the person who invented it?
John Mars bar.
It is Mars. Mars is the right answer. Polished Mars is quite true. Well, all night they've been missing the target by this much. The score at the end of the round is 4 to Craig and 3 over here to Rick. Oh, but now watch it change, because our final bout is a free-falling, overlapping blitzkrieg, a take to the hills, the flood waters are arising, panic-inducing quickfire round. The teams are to be shown a short video and then given 1 minute to rack up as many points as possible on their given subject. The losing team is always given pick of the subjects. You can choose either chocolates or toys and games. Rick Wakeman is the captain. What do you want?
Toys and games.
Toys and games it will be. First, watch a videotape. After that, I'll ask you a question and the clock will begin. Let's roll the VT. Go!
With so many of the balls disintegrating and flying about the room, this test turned out to be rather dangerous for the technisians.
Here's your first question, and the clock will begin. What toy was being tested there?
Was that a Super Bowl?
It was clackers. Coming on to Rick. The Corgi 007 Aston Martin had a machine gun, bulletproof shield, and what?
A barrier that came up the back.
No, that was the bulletproof shield, the ejector seat. Melvyn, big pieces for little hands. Who advertised it as that?
Big pieces for little hands. The sort of big pieces for little hand things. Lego.
Pass if you want. It's no, it isn't. It's plastic Meccano. Captain again. Dr. Stancil Johnson described it as man's greatest tool, his hand, his dream to fly. What was he talking about?
Meccano?
No, it was the Frisbee. Rick, it was inspired by a Hawaiian dance, rumoured to cause brain hemorrhages. Huge in the late 50s. What was it?
One of my records, I should think. I don't know.
Pass?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hula hoop. Coming on to the end. Who made the hula hoop? Who mass-produced it? Melvyn?
Probably from somewhere like Hawaii.
No, it was the Whammo Company. Captain, who made the Frisbee?
Wasn't me.
It was the Whammo Company. At the end of that round, we scored none. That leaves it still at 4-3. We can't have that. If you answer this, it'll bring it at least up to 4-4. Maybe they'll get none and we've got a tiebreaker on our hands.
Scoring this week, isn't it?
Here's the question. What were you using when you stuck shapes onto felt to make pictures?
Fuzzy felt.
They give them a point. Yeah.
My mother-in-law designed it. She was Mrs. Fuzzyfelt.
Is that your real name then, Melvyn Fuzzyfelt?
Really? The business was called Allen Industries, and my mother-in-law her name was Lois Allen, and she designed the game of Fuzzyfelt.
She gave Fuzzyfelt to the world?
Yep.
Fantastic. Well, of course you'd have got
That's
that.
insider training. It's inside information.
It's 4 plays 4.
Yeah.
The subject is chocolates. Okay?
Chocolates.
Subject
We'll
is
do okay
chocolates.
with this, I think.
Once again, watch the VT and the clock begins when I ask you the first question. Here's the tape.
All because the lady loves Milk Train.
We saw an actor there playing the Milk Train Man, but who did the stunts for him?
I don't know.
Nobody did. He did them himself. Coming on to Craig. Give me 3 chocolate bars from the Fry's Tuck Shop collection. 3, I need.
Fry's Turkish Delight.
1.
Fry's, what's that fry thing? The black one with the white bit in the middle. The Fry's Lovely Cream thing.
No.
And,
want to pass?
Yes.
Yeah, pass. I'll give you them afterwards. Coming on to Phil. Who did Roses Grow On in 1965?
Oh, Norman Vaughan.
Norman Vaughan is the correct answer. Coming back to Lynsey. What have a Mexican cigarette and chocolate got in common? No help?
The runs, I don't know.
They were put together in the Aztec bar commercial. Coming on to Craig. According to the ads, what would someone say if you said chocolates?
They'd say Maltesers.
They would indeed. Phil. It originally had 2 walnuts in it, but one got Bygones for the sake of economy. What am I talking about?
Walnut whip.
No, don't do that.
Walnut whip.
Yeah, walnut whip. I'm not going to give him that point because he said it. Coming back to Lynsey at the end here. How many of these characters were a chocolate bar? Skippy, Paddington Bear, or the Wombles?
What was Skippy?
Skippy, Paddington Bear, and Wombles. How many were made into chocolate bars?
The Skippy, the one.
No, all of them were. All of them were. Didn't matter in the end because the final score this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Wakeman, Melvyn Hayes and Captain Sensible 4, Lynsey DePaul, Phil Pope, Craig Ferguson, a big fat 6. They're the winners. Here's your prizes. As ever on this show, the losers get a Cracker-Jack pencil. Oh, you remembered. Over this side, you'll have to share it between you. It's not a bad old prize. It's an actual, what they used to give away on the golden shot to lucky contestants. It's the actual golden apple.
I wrote the music for that.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Could you hum a bit for us, could you?
This is your golden day.
I remember that.
Everything's going your
It's
way.
Lynsey DePaul, everyone. Would you like to hold the apple, Philip? Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, nylons and neckties, this has been Bygones. Surely the kind of thrilling experience that scientists had in mind when they put in all those long hours perfecting colour television. And just to show Chuck Berry's mum that her little boy started something kind of worthwhile too, we're going to play out with one of rock and roll's most notorious 3 minutes. A churning urn of burning funk. Run for your lives! It's the Trogs, it's Wild Thing. Good night, everybody.
Wild thing, I think I love you. But I wanna know for sure. Come on, hold me tight.